from where we stopped, we're still seeing the relationship between sinfulness and the economy, what the Bible calls sinfulness and the economy. So we look at the Roman era and we see that their definition of morality had been, look at this, what you see maybe in an advert, okay, these days, women half naked, and all that, the portrayal of masculinity and all that, okay? Whatever it is, it came from that era, okay? It has always been there. So let's go on. Okay, 10 Commandments. So the 10 Commandments are, let's look at the issue of where am I going to, okay? Where am I really going to? Do not over-mystify what? Sin. Okay? This is where I'm going. Don't over-mystify sin. Oh, sin is some kind of very, very strange thing. Yes, that is also true. Okay, sometimes sometimes it's from a spiritual source. Okay, but it is very real day-to-day experience. Okay, very real day-to-day experience. Don't over-mystify sin. And the 10 Commandments help us to understand that. Okay, that is found in the book of Exodus chapter 20. You see the 10 Commandments there, given to the Israelites. It says, the first part of the 10 Commandments, the first 5, say what? Love God, okay? And the second part, say what? Love your neighbor as yourself, okay? Love your neighbor as yourself. So the part of the love of neighbor is where we go to find out. Let's look at those 5 laws, okay? And we can also interlace it into the first 5 too, okay? Let's look at those 5 laws. You find that most of them emphasize economic issues. Economic issues. So let's go, okay? You see about failing to honor elders. There's a promise to it, okay? So that your life will be long. If you honor your elders, okay, your life will be long. So that is economic, is that not? It's linked to economic issues because ignorance, failing to honor elders will lead to ignorance of life. What? Skills. Killing is usually for economic gains. Number 6, is that not? Why will you kill somebody? It's because probably for economy, to improve your own economy. The first murder by Cain was done in that light, although related to the worship of God. Stealing is one of the key laws that directly relates to what? The economy, okay? Do not steal. Do not kill. Do not steal. Lying also, why would you lie? Okay, it's normally in the marketplace. You might lie, cheat somebody. It's also done for economic what? Gains. If you are joking, of course, the person knows you are joking, okay? But mainly, somebody would lie for economic gains, to gain some economic advantage. Covetousness, okay? Looking at your neighbor's property and say, I want it. Also, all linked to what? The economy, okay? So, you can see all these laws are linked to the economy. Except number 7, okay? But remember also, why do people prostitute? Also, for economic gains, is that not? So that too, although not really at first for economic gains, but has become a thing from old time, from ancient time. People, offer them their bodies for sale, okay? All for economic gains. So let's continue with that. And so you will discover that by merely obeying the 10 Commandments, our economy is affected, okay? Or not. So we see in Jeremiah 14, verse 11, people suffer for their sin so that they will learn and not repeat the same mistake. Okay? God will be going against his own nature if he intervenes in some situations. Okay? You see in Jeremiah 14 that he refuses to intervene in the situation of the Israelites at that time. And why? Because they will not learn. Economic challenges cannot. So many times we want God to intervene in our economic challenges by doing miracles. But God refuses. This is what we see in that Jeremiah chapter 14. And he refuses to do that because we will not learn. We will still come back to him for miracles. Okay? So he refuses to intervene in those economic challenges. A case in point is when God sent rain to Israel at the request of who? Elijah. Okay? 3 years no rain. But when there was that contest with the prophets of Baal, okay, and the people repented, Elijah prayed and rain came back. But what happened 24 hours after that? Jezebel, the queen of Israel, began to threaten Elijah. Okay? I'm going to have your head. So, God blessing us does not just naturally translate to our change of heart. And we see that in that very scripture. So God has refused to help Israel in this situation. Okay, so next slide. What we discover from this is that God is in control of all aspects of our lives. Okay? He's in control of all aspects of our lives. The 10 Commandments show us that these issues are physical issues. Okay? Sin is not some spiritual mumbo jumbo. Okay? It is real, our interaction with real people. That is what sin is. Okay? So it affects our economy, and this message is very important for religious people. Okay? It affects our economy. Let us not think that our sin, even though we are saved, okay? We claim to be saved, that God will just come and just change our economy, okay, overnight. That is why the law is there, okay? For us to learn from, so that our economy is better. We cannot alienate God from any part of our lives. And we see that in James chapter 2, okay, verse 10. That if you fail to keep one law, you have what? You have failed in all. So we normally look at this as backing the fact that we cannot be saved by the law. Okay? But from this point of view, you will discover that if you look at it from the economic point of view, okay, you discover that what it is saying is that we need to keep, that we cannot live our lives, okay, isolating one part of our life from the other, okay? Salvation cannot be isolated from what? Moral what? Living. And there are other scriptures that we talk about, but this is not our emphasis today, okay? But it just goes to amplify the point that the economy, okay, is not always that mystically is the economy is affected, okay, by our sinfulness. It's affected by our sinfulness. So God shows his divine goodness by giving us freedom to live, love, and to learn. And the result of that is abundance. Okay? You want to be rich? You want to be prosperous? What? Honor God, okay? And keep his commandments. You can only love your neighbor by keeping God's what? Commandments. Now this is just the thing. I don't want to overemphasize it. But being rich is honoring God and honoring others. Okay? If you want to really serve the community, but if you want to say you're serving yourself, then you now break the laws. Okay? You break the laws, you steal money because that will only help you. You will lie, you will cheat, because that will only help you yourself. So next, so that is that. Okay, let's go to that last video. Let's hear the last video. Good. Is it playing? Click on it. Let's go into the slide. We minimize it. Yes. Go down to the folder there. Open it. Good. Then go to intro. You know where that intro is? Scroll. Yes, that is it there. Intro to presentation. So we are going to look at this video, okay? And we see what this video is talking about, okay? Just leave that, don't worry. Bill Cosby said, "What I have worked since I was 17, except for when I was in my national service. But I put on 50-hour work weeks and didn't fall in sick for about 50 years. He said, I made a reasonable salary, but I didn't inherit my job or my income, and I worked to get where I am." This is Bill Cosby saying this. "But given the economy, it looks as though retirement was a bad idea. And I'm tired, and I'm very tired." Why is he saying this? Okay, this is the reality that most people face in our time. What do we need to do if we want to really look at this? Pause it. This is a man called Chinua Achebe, okay? And what did he say? He is known for making this famous comment. He says, "While we do our good works, let us not forget that the real solution lies in a world in which charity will be unnecessary." Okay? We want God to do miracles for us. Okay? When we talk about doing good works, all we think about is somebody giving us something. Okay? But what is he saying? That he's just re-echoing what I said. Okay? That always there's a secret. Okay? That when we keep that secret, nobody needs to give the other person handouts. Okay? And this is the same thing that Bill Cosby was talking about. It's not just about giving somebody handouts. Okay? But because we are all living continuum according to certain principles. Yes, please. Charity will become, unnecessary. Okay? This is the solution. If we keep the 10 Commandments, okay, we understand that is the secret of the 10 Commandments. It is linked to our economy. It helps our mind to have a foundation, okay, so that we will be able to live a life that will assure not only our salvation, but our economy, okay? So that is just that. And that will end today's video.